In this video, we will be seeing what is a class in Java. So class in Java is used for defining the object features. So what features and attributes a object can have, how the object should behave is defined by a class. So we can say class is definition of object. And in Java, to organize the code properly, to organize the code for proper understanding, we will be using the modules called classes. So the Java program always we write using classes. And within the class, we will be organizing data and member functions. So we will be having data members and member functions within the class. So class is basically a definition of object. So we can also define it as it's a blueprint of object. So once we create a class, n number of objects we can create by using that single class. So if we have created one class in a Java program, that single class can have n number of objects which are defined by which will be having features defined by that single class which we have created. So the class definition will be containing the data members and member functions which will be acting as the attributes and behavior or features and behavior of object, and it will be common for all the objects of that class. So it's a blueprint of object, and class can contain mainly the data members and member functions. So we will be having data members and member functions as the members of class. So in this video, I'm just giving a short introduction of class. In detail, in coming videos, you will be finding about class in very depth. So class is definition of object. It's a blueprint of object and it can contain data members and member functions. So a small example, like class, I have a car and the features it has like color and mileage. Then we can have the object one as suppose Swift car, and then the color of it red and the mileage suppose 60. Similarly, we may have another object for the same class car. So by seeing this, if you don't see this class car, this Swift can be name of it can be name of an organization or city or anything. It we may not know that it is a class. Sorry, it is a car. So by seeing the class definition only, we are able to say that Swift is a car, red is color of it, and 60 is mileage. So, but if you don't see class and just to see these three things, 60 can be age of person, it can be any number marks or anything. You will not be able to say that 60 is mileage. But by seeing the class only, you are able to say mileage is 60. So class is doing what is, it is defining what the object is containing. The features of object are defined by the class car. So object here which we have created is Swift, and it is having features red as its color, 60 as its mileage, and the object name is Swift. So object here acts as a car. So car is car object name Swift. Like that only another object, suppose punch and color white, and then we may have 70 as its mileage. So this is another object for the same class car. So the class here is car. We are creating two objects here which you can create n number of objects, not just two. So here class is acting as definition of object. Now in Java program, to write a class, we follow some syntax or rule according to which we need to write the class. So we write class keyword followed by the class name. Class keyword will contain all lowercase letters. So class keyword followed by the name of class. Suppose the name of class I am giving student, and the class we will be starting with curly bracket, ending with curly bracket. So opening curly bracket to open the class definition, closing curly bracket to close the class definition. And within the class, we may have data members, which are nothing but variable declarations or data declarations. And then we may have member function. So member function we also call as method in Java. So because the function present within the class in Java, it is called member function or method. And because Java is pure object oriented programming language, it uses classes to write any code. Without using class, we cannot write any code in Java. So syntax for writing the class in Java is class keyword followed by the name of class. Name of class according to Java naming rules should start with uppercase letter. So class name should start with uppercase letter. It is preferred to start with uppercase letter. If you don't use uppercase letter also, you will not get any error. But all the predefined classes, all the existing classes of Java, according to naming convention, starts with uppercase letter. So it is preferred that it should start with uppercase letter. And we start the class definition by using a curly bracket. Within the class, we can have data declarations or as data members, and we may have multiple member functions according to requirement. So within the class, data is organized using member functions. So member functions are used for organizing the code within the class, whereas in the Java program, we use classes to organize the class. Now let's see practically how to write class in a Java program. So for that, I am using here Eclipse IDE. So here there is already a file student.java, a Java class file, where there is already a class student, inside which there is public static void main method is present. Other than this, in the same file, this class is public because we should make it accessible to the compiler, and as it contains the main, and so the per file according to Java rules, there can be only one public class, and other class if you want to create it, we will be creating it without the public keyword or public access specifier. So here I am using the class keyword, and the class name I am here giving as student details. Now in between the names we cannot have spaces, so I have used here underscore to give the space of space between student and details. To separate words you can use underscore but not spaces. So there should not be spaces in the class names, and class names are preferred to start with uppercase letter. Now within the class, as I said, there can be data members, and here I'm taking the data member as int student ID, and I will take another data member as string student name. So I have taken here two data members as ID and name. One is of type integer, that means it can hold only whole numbers, and the other is of type string, that means it can hold text type of data, that is string type of data. Now I am here writing a member function by name display details. So in this member function, I will be displaying the student ID and name using system.out.println. So this system.out.println, as we use it for printing on the console. So here I am using it for printing student ID on the console screen or output screen. So here student ID is, and I will be printing the variable stu_id. So STUID, the same name we should give here. Otherwise, it will create an error in the program. Same way, I will be printing in the other line. In the same line also you can print, but I am printing in other line student name, and here I should give that variable name student name. Now, according to our syntax, the rule according to which we can create classes, class keyword followed by class name, within the class data members and member function. So here let's write class name. So class name we will be writing. So same according to that syntax we have created class keyword followed by class name. Within the class we are having these data members. So these are called data members. And here we have a member function. We can have multiple member functions and multiple data members according to the requirement of project or program. So here data members and member function, single function we have. Now I want to execute this member function, and also I want to assign value to these two data members. So for that, from the main method, I need to get call these two things and this member function in order to execute it. So for that, to access any class member, we need to create object. So for that, the class name is required, student details, and the object will act as reference of class to access the class member. So here I am creating one as object. So this is the class name and student details. So D is not in capital, not in uppercase, so it's giving error because naming should be exactly same. If we do small mistake also, it will create an error. So here I have created a object stu1 for the student details class, and using that object stu1 along with the dot operator, I will be accessing the class members, student ID, student name, and display details. So student ID, student name are the data members, whereas display details is the member function. So first I am taking student ID, to which I am providing here the ID as 101. Same way, student one dot student name equal to, I am here providing name because it is of type string. We should give the value in double quotation. So I am giving here the name as Raja, and then I will be calling the member function using the same object again, and the member function is display details. So I have used all the three members of class by you accessed all the three members of class here in the main by using the class object. So class object can be created by class name followed by object name. This object name according to requirement we can give anything. Equal to symbol, then followed by new keyword, then student details, again the class name, followed by the parenthesis, and end the statement with semicolon. So this we have created object in this line, and using the object we are first accessing the data members and assigning value to it, and then we are calling the method display details. Now if I run the project or program, I will be getting student ID is 101, student name is Raja, displayed on the screen by the display details member function. So which is displaying these two data members of student class. So this way we can make use of class in a Java program, and more about class we will be seeing in coming videos. So please do subscribe channel for more updates on Java topics and also other computer programming languages.